So hello again. I've been able to isolate the issue a little bit further and reproduce it on command. I thought Fighter might have had my issue resolved, and I mean, at kind of first glance it is, but not really when you're looking at like a whole project, folder full of animations that are going to be moving around. So let me go over the assets again. I've added, here is the assets that I made available to everybody, which was from here to here. These assets was just to really show. I'll probably just host this all out again, but it was just to elaborate the issue. So I've created these extra assets, which is just a continuation of Prey 04 to Test 0102. It's the same exact thing. I just did one different thing, and this Prey 04 here is actually this Test 2 renamed as Prey 04 because I was doing a test on that. But just to quickly show the raw animations and the outputs first. So this is the standard default Prey. There's nothing too advanced. He just leans forward. There you go. That is the standard Prey, and you can see he comes down to the deck. The issue has been all about him coming down to the deck. So there's that. And this Test 02, it's the same thing. Cancel that. It's the same exact file. All I did was to make it different, just to elaborate that there's a root motion happening, as I just turned him to the right. As you can see, he curls up into a ball now. So now to show you what I thought, because now I'm able to say, oh, look at me, it's fixed. So my import-export options in Blender, there's nothing fancy. I saw Fighter screenshot. That's the same way I'm doing it. The import I'm doing a little differently. In my advanced, I'm not checking import animation because I have a billion different animations laid out all over the place. But so right now I'm just going to import the skeleton pretty much. So bada bing, I import it in, and there you go, the three assets. So then I'm going to import the same thing in again and say play animation. Let's say yes, we're going to replace, then just choose the animation, choose the skeleton Prey 04. There you go. Go import. I'm not doing any changes in the settings. They're just default settings. I'm just going to delete all the non-essential animation files that just come in that are junk. And if you look, here he goes. He goes down to the deck. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, what I expect the behavior to be. It's like, yay, problem solved. It was just a corrupt skeleton. So then I'm going to just do a continuation like I said. This is the same file with this export right here. I'm just going to bring it on in, and I'm going to go animation, choose the skeleton Prey 04. It's the exact same file. It's just further on down the line. I just named it differently so it was clearly different. And again, just so I can show these, I'm not really changing anything. I just import. And here comes the other ones, and I know that this guy and this guy's junk. But here's the default take, and guess what? Now, it's the same one, but he turns sideways to the deck, and he is not coming down. So it only works after the first pass. In fact, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and say let's just delete all of this again to show another different approach. So we'll just go with Prey, bring him here. We'll just say import, let it bring what it brings in. And then instead of this time, let's just do this test. Instead of using Prey again for the animation, I'm just going to pull this animation in because I didn't test this actually. I want to see what the outcome is. And go import. And I'll grab the bad files and open up the animation. And guess what? He's not coming to the deck again. Don't know why. However, watch this. If I grab the same file that I imported the skeleton on, and I hit yes, I will override, but I'm not really overriding. I'm just going to and I'm choosing animation, and I bring him in, it will work. Watch. It's like it's tied to this file somehow. I don't know. I don't understand why. Prey, those are all junk. And then watch this guy work. And there he goes. He's down on the ground. He's coming to the deck. So don't ask me why the animation will only work with that one file. And why it's got to be named. So you know what I thought? Okay, maybe it's got something to do with a name that you've got to say you're going to overwrite it, which is why I took the test02 file, moved it into a new folder, labeled it the same. So when I brought it in over here, let me actually delete this test02. And yeah, so when I move this over, it would say, oh, but that file already exists. You want to replace? Yep. Choose animation. Choose Prey04. Go import. And okay, so now we've got this new, well, I'm confused which one's the correct one. Well, it's not that and it's not that. I know that much. And I think I just replaced it, so we're just going to delete it. It was working, but let's just do this one more time. Yes, animation. And now, okay, now I've got the 3 files. Delete those 2, and we're down to here. And look, it doesn't work. So just renaming the file doesn't work. It's like the only time root motion animations are allowed is when it came from the exact file that it came from. As in, whatever the file is that I import the skeleton on is the same file at the same point in time will only allow the root motion. Any other way just doesn't work. And, I mean, just to elaborate that further, and to show you that the other one does work on first import, we'll go reverse, and we'll just say import. And then I will bring that same model file over again, and say sure, yes, but just the animation. Okay, where am I going? Test 02, that's why. Okay, import. Alright, that guy gone. And here it works. And you'll see him curl up in a ball and turn to the side. Yep. And he's on the deck. I mean, he came all the way down on the deck. So you're like, okay, well then why can't I just go grab this animation file, bring it on over, go animation. Test 02 is our skeleton. It even sees, you know, that it's, hey, this is the skeleton it's supposed to be on. I'll import it. And now we've got 4 preys. Well, yeah, okay. This should be the one that works, though. So that one, that one, that one. Remove. And now it's not coming back down to the deck. So it's like, I don't know what's going on. Why does the root motion not be allowed when you transfer in other animations? And being that all my animations are broken up to a different motion capture, you know, I don't think I can just string them all together, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't like that. I don't believe. Maybe that's got to be the solution, is I just somehow put all the animations onto one model. I'm a little confused on that. I wouldn't like that so much. So I'm just curious why. I mean, it'll transfer over. It just won't. Oh, and then here's the other thing. So let's just say I've got that one in, and here comes my little rant about skeletons not transferring. So if I come off over here, and I just say import the skeletal mesh, there you go. So now I've got a second skeletal mesh, which is the exact same one again. But if I say let's delete Prey04, which one are they working on? Let's just see which skeleton. Well, it shouldn't really matter, but which skeleton? Preview and animation. I'm not sure which one I've got, but let's just try and delete this. Fine, let's do this. Test 02. This, well, I want to say that's the one I added, so let's Prey04, Prey04. So if I go delete, no, nothing's dependent upon it. Okay, so it's this guy, this guy, this guy. If I go delete, it says, oh, they're all, you know, stuff is relying on it. That's crying. So I say, sure, delete. Yep. And then I go to this animation. I say, yeah, let's choose Prey04. There it is. I say select, and it doesn't remap either here. So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what to do, but I'm running out of time on this vid, so I'm going to kill it there and see what kind of solutions I hear back on. Thank you.